Hello, I'm Erin Shea, and welcome to this week's episode of Anchor TV News. In Rick News, in this year's World Views and Education lecture on November 10th, Rick Assistant Professor of Social Work Stefan Battle reflected on his personal struggles against racism, noting that injustices against marginalized people persist to this day. Born and raised in Springfield, Massachusetts, Battle said he didn't encounter any racial discord as a parochial student in the early 1970s. However, he said that changed in high school, where he confronted a racial bias from a white guidance counselor. After I was accepted to the school, the counselor would regularly check in on me. He would express that perhaps I should transfer to a local trade school, and thereafter get a good-paying job. Battle later recalled how he entered a poetry competition and a teacher suggested he may have plagiarized his piece. He also related an awkward evening encounter on a Boston street where a white woman ran in fear while walking alongside him. In both cases, I wondered if it was because I was black. Yet you don't want to go there. But sometimes it's very obvious and you have to go there, he said. Battle added that during his prior tenure as a social worker and counselor at both urban and suburban schools, he was called upon to intervene when issues arose with black students. Battle has been a RIC faculty member here for 4 years. He earned both his bachelor's degree in psychology and master's degree in social work from Boston University. He received his doctorate degree in education from the University of Massachusetts, Boston. In politics, President-elect Donald J. Trump is preparing for the White House in the coming months. Donald Trump is selecting approximately 4,000 people to represent his cabinet and aid in his transition as President of the United States. Trump has made several promises for his first 100 days in office. Trump has 7 key promises woven into his campaign. These are, number 1, cancel Obama executive actions on immigration and guns. 2, ask Congress to immediately deliver a full repeal of Obamacare. 3, suspend immigration from terror-prone countries and implement extreme vetting. 4, renegotiate the North American Free Trade Agreement or withdraw from the Trans-Pacific Partnership. 5, Trump promised to introduce the End of Offshoring Act within his first days in office by imposing tariffs on goods made abroad. 6, build a wall and have Mexico pay for it. And 7, enact the Trump tax plan. This tax plan collapses the 7 federal income tax brackets into 3, reducing the top marginal rate from 39.6% to 33%, and lowers the corporate tax rate from 35% to 15%, among other things. Donald Trump will be inaugurated on January 20th. In other news, clan fighting has left at least 20 people dead in the South Libyan town of Sabha after an incident with a monkey. A pet monkey reportedly assaulted a schoolgirl, leading her family to seek revenge. Some reports say the monkey may have pulled off the girl's headscarf as well as scratched and bit her. 3 men were killed along with the animal in initial clashes. Days of fighting followed between the Alad, Sumilaman, and Godilla clans. Local reports suggest tanks, rockets, mortars, and other heavy weapons were used in the fighting, in which at least 50 people were also wounded. The 3 men reported as having the monkey at the time of the assault were from the Gudalafa community, the same as the late Libyan leader, Muammar Gaddafi. Libya slid into chaos after the 2011 cluster of killing longtime dictator Muammar Gaddafi. Much of the country is effectively ruled by a patchwork of local or tribal militias. Now, here's Sam Comfort with sports.
Hello, Rhode Island College. This is Sam Comfort with the Anchor TV Sports Update. Last night, the New England Patriots returned to the hometown of the GOAT, aka Tom Brady, to square off against the San Francisco 49ers. Brady threw for 24 completions, 280 yards, and 4 touchdowns. The Pats head to New York next Sunday as they compete in AFC action versus the Jets. The Boston Celtics had a close game against the Pistons this past Friday in Detroit. The final score was 94-92 as Celtics point guard Isaiah Thomas nailed the last 2 free throws to get the win. The Celtics continue their road trip as they travel to Chicago to face off against the Bulls on Thursday. And the Boston Bruins defeated the Winnipeg Jets this past Saturday 4-1 in the Garden. The Killer Bees held the Jets to only 12 shots for the entire game. This brings the Bruins record to 11-7. The Bruins play host to the St. Louis Blues in hopes to get back-to-back wins. In Rick Sports News, senior captain Alex Moore of the women's basketball team scored 24 points and 10 rebounds for a double-double this past Saturday and a 62-52 victory over Wentworth College. The Anchormen play host to Bridgewater State this Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. in the Murray Center. Senior captain Johnny Boy Georges of the Rick Wrestling team placed 5th this past Saturday at the Doug Parker Invitational Tournament in Springfield, Mass. Georges went 5-2 on the day with 3 pins, 1 minor, and a major decision in the 5th and 6th place match. The Anchormen will host Southern New England on Friday, December 2nd at 7 p.m. in the Rec Center. That'll do it for the Anchor TV Sports Report. I'm Sam Comfort, wishing everyone a great weekend and even greater Thanksgiving. Gobble, gobble.
Thank you, Sam. For myself and Sam Comfort, thanks for watching. Make sure to tune in next week for another Anchor TV News Update.